Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Not a lot going on this week, not a ton going on this week in boxing. Kind of a slower week, a little bit of a slower week. Before we get into that, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing Blog on all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, showing you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. Get the absolute best gambling advice. It's also in that little ticker below. Link is in the description. It's in the ticker below. It's also pinned in the chat. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. It's patreon.com. Get the lock of the week, which I gave you guys four parlays that hit of 3 legs or more. Of the 4, 3 of them hit. In addition, you guys get the live betting. We killed it on the live betting again this week. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe for just $5 a month. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. It's pinned in the chat. Make sure to join the Patreon. After you guys do that, you guys know where you have to go by now. Head on over to carnivorbar.com. That's carnivorbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. Carnivore Bar. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivorbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right. So I'm going to pull up the pro box odds. There's just not a lot to get into. Hope everything is well. Yeah, everything is good, my man. Everything is well. Everything is good. Humble crumble. Not a ton to get into today. I released the tape on Fisher. And Allen too. That is live. I like Fisher. I probably like him by decision again. I don't love the decision. Fisher right now is about minus 275 on DraftKings. He's right around that, minus 250 to minus 275 on all the major books in the U.S. at least. It's not terrible. It's something you can build a parlay around. I don't love Fisher. If you watch the video, I don't think either fighter is particularly good. If you think Allen won the first fight, I think that's a reasonable position to take. The fight was very, very close. It was a horrible fight. I mean, it was brutal to watch. I don't really rate either of these guys. I'm not a huge fan of either fighter. But I'm gonna take Johnny Fisher here. He's a favorite. He's a favorite of 2.5, 3-1 favorite, roughly in that area. So I'm gonna roll with Fisher. I'm definitely gonna take Fisher in this. There's just not a lot to bet on. There's a Thursday fight on. I'm losing my brain on it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's in Australia. It's Sam Goodman. I'm working on the video for that now. I'm going to take Goodman on this. I'm probably just going to load up on it. I'm a fan of Sam Goodman. Good legs, good offensive fighter, moves, can make you miss, good athlete. Good twitch, straight up and down, nice jab. I like him a lot. He controls range, mixes up levels. He's a good offensive fighter. I'm a fan of Sam Goodman. So my bet this week just might be to load up on Sam Goodman. All right, let me get to some of these comments. I do think Fisher wins this time, Humble. Humble asked me if I think Fisher wins. I do. I don't really rate either one of these heavyweights. I think the first fight was sloppy and painful to watch, and it's kind of like everything I don't like about heavyweight boxing. It's kind of all that in one. It was sloppy. It was wide. Allen doesn't move his head. He just tries to time his way in. He's worked behind the jab. He's worked behind head movement to try to get his way in. He just kind of tries to time his way in and get in. Fisher is very, very flawed. He's easy to counter. He's easy to time. I was just not a huge fan of the fight. I'm not a huge fan of that level of heavyweight boxing. It's not good to me. I know Fisher's got a win over Babbitt, and people rate him. I don't see it. What up, Cedric? What up, my man? Cedric in the house. 79's in the house. There's some Australian fights on my book, but they're all fishy, I think. The only one I think is worth betting on is Sam Goodman. There's just not a lot of boxing going on. Hang on one second. All right. I rewatched Fisher Allen. I thought Allen was purposely letting Fisher survive. There's a moment where Fisher hits him low, and Allen straight up looks him in the eye and knocks him down on Will. I'm gonna go back and watch that. I watched it again before I did the tape. I didn't see that, but I will go back and take a look at that. That's good to know, 79. I appreciate that. Kyle says, I think it will be hard for Dave to get a decision. It will be hard for the judges to see his punches since he's a bit of a brawler. He doesn't throw a lot. He needs to get on the inside. He needs to work. He needs to out hustle. He needs to win the fight on the inside. It's not just good enough to get on the inside and land a shot or two. He's got to win the fight. He's got to outwork. Fisher on the inside. Addy says, Addison said, good, Gary, good luck tonight in the lottery. Hopefully, man. 9% chance. I'll take 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. The Nets can't draft 5. To me, the NBA lottery, and I'm a big Brooklyn Nets fan, who sets up a system like that? It doesn't make any sense. Who makes something so convoluted and so esoteric that no one could possibly understand it? And then say, this is how we're going to determine who gets who. The only reason you do that is to rig it. So I'm fully convinced that the NBA lottery is rigged. San Antonio is the biggest team in Europe. They are like the Cowboys in France. They love the Spurs because of Tony Parker, and Wemby goes there. And then it's not just that. LeBron to Cleveland, Derrick Rose to Chicago. It's just like the odds of these things keep happening over and over. The NBA needs to sell the Pelicans. They get Anthony Davis. It's just these things that keep happening over, these statistical anomalies that just happen over and over and over again. I can't believe that this is random, and then you have this convoluted lottery system that no one understands, that you need a PhD in to understand. This doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you pick? It doesn't make any sense. The whole lottery system doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this system to determine who picks where? Like, no other sport does this. It's absolutely insane. And to me, the entire reason you have that is to rig it. What up, Muscles? What up, my man? What's good, Eddie? Eddie Fast Car. Fast Car, Eddie the Hitman Hearns is in the house. Good to have you here, Eddie. The Hitman Hearns. The NBA in general is rigged. It's really sad. I'm a huge NBA fan. An NBA official went to jail and sat in jail for fixing games. That's a fact that happened. We can't deny that. Tim Donaghy. What up, Humble? Just eating some good food before sparring in a few hours. What are you eating? What's for lunch? What's for lunch, 79? Trying to make more money, fam. We're gonna get another lock. We're gonna make some money this weekend. We're gonna try to do big things this weekend. Last week went really well. Like I said, I'm up a lot this month already. I'm up a lot. Well, not I'm up a good amount. I'm up a good amount. And I don't really like this weekend. I don't think there's a bunch of good bets to risk it on. I'm gonna give you guys all the same advice that I always do. I'm going to give you all the same advice that I always do. I'm gonna give this advice. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do videos. Like I said, Fisher's already, and then Fisher and Allen too is already live. I'm working on Sam Goodman as we speak. I'm in the middle of the tape. That will go live for you guys tonight. I'll have all of that out for you. I will get you the best content you can. I want you guys to have all of that. But I don't know that I'm making bets this weekend. I right now, the only thing that I'm looking at is loading up a little bit on Sam Goodman on the money line. Now, it's not going to make me a ton of money, but it'll make me something. I'll make, $few $100 this week. I'm up a lot. I hit big last week. I hit big the week before. This week, I might just lay a little low and just load up on Goodman. The odds are decent. I like Goodman. I think he certainly wins. I can't see him not getting the decision if it went there. So I think Goodman's a safe bet. That video will be released tomorrow. Tonight. You'll have it tonight. A lot of you will have it when you wake up in the morning. I'm a night owl, obviously. But it's been a good week. That's what's up. Saturday Night Pros just got out of the gym, about to go for a walk with the wife. It's beautiful out. Honey sesame chicken and broccoli. All right, that's quality. I'm up to might take this. If you guys want to take a week off and just kind of be a fan, just be a fan this week. It's not a bad week to do that. It's really not a bad week. There's not a ton of boxing going on. The fights that we do have, I don't love the odds on. I just look at this week of like, guys, if you want to take a week off, if you just want to be a boxing fan, just watch the fights, or maybe go do something else. It's not a bad week to do that. I like the Goodman fight. I like the odds on Goodman. I don't like much else. I might stay out this weekend. Maybe a bet on the Bohachuk fight. The Bohachuk, unless you're going to take it by stoppage, the Bohachuk odds are crazy, right? Minus 2,000. DraftKings has them at minus 1,600. All right. DraftKings just added all of this. I'm going to get to as much as this as I can. Interesting. I didn't see that DraftKings added all this. Let me pull up DraftKings real quick. Yeah. Goodman at minus 450. He's better on other books, isn't he? He's minus 380. And okay, yeah, it's better. But I like Goodman. I mean, the rest of this is garbages. Bohachuk is minus 1,600. Benno Vargas minus 1,600. Johnny Fisher minus 275. George Ladard minus 1,000. Kieran Conway minus 550. Jimmy Sains minus 1,200. John Hedges minus 1,200. Taylor Bevan and Lily Buttigieg. If I'm working a parlay this weekend right now, to me, 2-leg parlay, that brings you down to minus 227. It's not much. Maybe we could try to get it down lower. Three-pick parlay with Bohachuk gets you down to minus 189. Something like that. I don't think that's terrible. I got to get to the tape on the other fights. It's not a great week, but I'll try to put something together for you guys. I'll probably just bet on Goodman and Bohachuk. Yeah, I know Gary lives in Texas. Where do you live? Muscles lives in New Hampshire, I think. New Hampshire. If Allen wins, what is your bet, KO or decision? I'm leaning towards decision. Like I'm taking Allen by this. So if Allen, I'm sorry. If Allen win, what is your bet? Okay, well, let me address it. First, I'm taking Fisher. If Allen was to win, probably by stoppage, because he just doesn't throw enough to me. If he's going to get a decision, he's going to have to knock him down a couple of times. At that point, I would just say stoppage. But if I'm going to bet Allen, I'm getting plus money. I'm just going to bet Allen on the money line, right? I'm just going to take him on the money line because I'm getting plus money on it. I don't want to lose the bet over the methodology, right? But if you're making me guess here, I'm gonna take him by decision. I'm gonna take him by KO. I'm gonna take him by but my bet would just if I'm gonna take Allen, I'm just gonna take him on the money line. If I'm gonna take Fisher, I may look at the methodology. I may take him on points. Plus, if you just take him on the money line, if there's a draw, it's a wash. Take a day off and you weigh off. There's money to be made every week. We have to be smarter. Let's continue to eat, fellas. Yeah, 100%. There's always money, and I will get you guys a parlay, and I will come up with a parlay. I'm probably not going to be able to get you 3 or 4 different parlays this week, but I'll get you guys a parlay that I like. It'll make money. It'll hit. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm just going to load up on Goodman. I'm going to make a few $100 this week on that, and I'm up a lot for the month. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to risk it. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm going to advise you on a parlay that I'm very confident in. I think Fox is pretty good. Fox has been he's been the victim of some bad decisions. I think Michael Fox is really good. I'm actually looking forward to getting into the tape on this one. I'm still working on Goodman. I'm going to get that out for you guys today. And after that, I'll probably go to Fox and Boachuk because that's like the next biggest fight of the weekend. So I want to make sure you guys have that and can look at it. Michael Fox is a guy that's gotten bad decisions, man. Like he's just gotten some bad decisions. His career could be viewed very, very differently. There you go, G. You up in the month. That's what's up. I'm up too. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving, baby. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving. Moving. I completely agree. I can't afford to take a week off. I do this full time. Bro, there's some money to make, though, if you look at some of these odds. I'm going to go through this and just get a bit. Give me a minute, and let me get through these chats and everything. Guys, comments, questions, thoughts, super chats, leave them for me now. Let me get to everything. Yeah, Cedric, Muscles is in New Hampshire. Rafa Montana says, I like Kieran Conway. I think Kieran Conway is a little bit underrated. At these odds, he's at like minus 550, so it's not atrocious. Yeah, minus 550 over Warburton. I definitely like Kieran Conway in that fight. I definitely like Conway. I would probably bet Conway in that fight. South Carolina. It's good to know where everybody is from. Conway and Goodman. Conway and Goodman is a decent parlay. I mean, the odds aren't great, but I kind of like it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like Kieran Conway. Like it's not bad. Down south, living in the South is what it's about, Cedric. Muscles. It's living in the South is what it's about. Joe Brewer says there's a few fights on Wednesday with close odds. I don't know who's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know these Australian fighters. I wish Kristen Mock was up in the chat. Maybe she could help us out with this. I don't know these fighters, man. I'm not going to pretend that I do. Charlie Katsy isn't a bad bet. I'll take a look. Fernando Jr. is on it. I'm going to get through all the odds that I have on DraftKings in just a minute. But Fernando Vargas Jr. has been added. Yes, sir. That's what I'm on. There's always a safe bet to be made. We can make money. We can make money. All right, let's go through this. Goodman, I like. I probably wouldn't touch the props on this. The over 8.5, which I like, is minus 600. I'll get back to you on the props. Right now, Sam Goodman money line is a safe bet. That's all I have from that Australian. Then we get to Saturday. We got a bunch out there on Saturday now. A lot of these are crazy odds. I do like Jimmy Saints. You could probably add that. I don't know about John Hedges, Nathan Corliss. I don't know about that fight, although Odds are reasonable. Kieran Conway, I like. I do like Fisher, Vargas, Boachuk. This is what we have right now. All right, so there's 6 picks. If you pull in all 6 of them, it would pay you plus 140. So that kind of tells you where we are on the odds. It's not a phenomenal week. I'm going to get to these fights. Boachuk and Michael Fox, I don't have any props on. And I guess I'm guessing I don't have any on Fernando Vargas Jr. either. Nope, no props on those two. So that's just money line bets right now. Vargas and Boachuk, 2-legged parlay, minus 833. Hopefully they add more. There's not a ton to bet on, unfortunately. So I'm just right now, add Goodman to that. Minus 270. We can work on, I'm going to work on the Kieran Conway tape. I don't know why I wouldn't pick Conway. I'm almost certainly going to pick Conway. So you guys feel free to do that. They're all Australian, Japan. The record says 79 pros. Yeah, I mean, that's a trend. What up, Ryan? Ayo, Kieran Conway is 12 rounds. What they fighting for a belt? See if there's any British title or anything on the line. Yes, there's the Commonwealth and British belts are on the line. So there's regional belts on the line in that fight. Good question. Hopefully they drop some knockdown props. Muscles loves the knockdown props. Conway, Goodman, and Fisher is minus 104. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. Minus 104. You lock it up. It's not bad. It's not bad. I may get in on that. That's not bad. Now, Muscles, it's going to be over. It's going to be Wednesday and Saturday. It's over a few days. Yeah, probably never fought out of Australia. I might still take a chance and make small bets. Yeah, you can. You're fighting on guys who are kind of a little bit unknown, but they're fighting guys who are unknowns. And, if you can get some tape on them and you like what you see, Charlie Katz is the safest one. Decide Sam Goodman on the card, probably. May throw some money on that. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, put them in the comments now. I will get to them. There's not a ton to get into. I appreciate you guys supporting me, coming out, showing face, representing for me, even during this, very, very slow week. That is, again, even in a slow week, there's still opportunities to make money. I'm going to make money on Sam Goodman. It's too easy of a bet not to make money on. I want to make some money this week, so I'm going to throw a bet in on Goodman. I just got to figure out how much. Right now, Goodman is at minus 450. I'm probably gonna do that. Probably put about 2,500 on Goodman. Okay, bro, I'll check him out. Movie says Gary. I see a lot of good fights, Gary. Well, all right. I mean, what fights do you like? What fights do you like the odds on? Are there props? Talk to me, moving. What do you like? I mean, there's money to be made here. Minus 1,600, minus 1,600. Fisher has decent odds on it. Minus 275. I would feel safe betting Fisher. I'm just trying to stay away from heavyweight boxing. But I would feel safe betting Fisher. I certainly do think Fisher wins, although I'm not really high on Fisher. I don't think Fisher's very good. I just think he beats David Allen. Ladard, I can look at these fights. Aaron Sutton at plus. I mean, yeah, there are some things that if we really want to work, we could probably make some money on. Kieran Conway is something I definitely want to work on. So after the Sam Goodman video, I'm probably gonna do Kieran Conway and Boachuk as my next two fights, and we'll figure something else out as we get closer. Yeah, but no, I agree that there's definitely money to be made, and I'm not saying y'all should take the week off or there's no good bets. There are good bets, and we can make money this week for sure. All right, so just to kind of give you guys the rundown of this week, I'm going to go live. There will be no second show tonight. I will go live tomorrow night at around 8 o'clock Eastern time, so I'll be live then, and then I'll try to do two shows Wednesday and Thursday. So you'll have that, and I will drop a live video. There's no Friday fights this week, right? There's just the midweek Australian card, and then the midweek Australian card. And then Saturday, there's nothing on Friday, correct? Odds is not that good, but we have to parlay. Jimmy Sains, Boachuk. You could do that. Yeah, I'll work something like that out. We can do that. The lot coming out early this week, then I think so. I'm gonna have to, because the only fight I really like is the kid. So I'm gonna bring the lockout early this week. I'm not taking them by decision. I got a prop on him by decision. Hang on. Sam Goodman by decision does seem like the obvious bet, doesn't it? Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. I like the over. Sam Goodman by decision is minus 225. Not bad. It's not bad at all. The go the distance is minus 425. I don't think it's a bad bet. And then his opponent, Cesar Vaca Espinosa, Mexican fighter, never been knocked out. We're probably going the distance. Yeah, you guys want to make that bet? We can make that bet. We can get in on that. George Lloyd Goodman, money line is safer. Money line is safer, and the money line odds aren't terrible. I asked that because his opponent is a Mexican, and we don't know that they don't get stopped straight warriors. It's not a bad bet. Let me get into the tape on him, and I'll give you. But yeah, I do kind of like that sentiment. I do like Sam Goodman by decision. You know, Sam Goodman, not a big hitter. It makes sense. That in theory makes sense. As I get into more of the tape, I'll have a better answer. But I mean, tentatively, yeah, that seems smart to me. Sam Goodman by decision. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up shortly. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Like I said, I will be live again tomorrow. Try to bring you guys more content tomorrow. Bring your questions. Tomorrow, I want to be a big day for sure. I'm going to get back to that Sam Goodman tape, try to finish that up, get you that video out tonight so you got some time on that. I will get the lockout early this week, like Rafa said. I'm going to try to get all that for you guys. If you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, leave them now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to wrap this up shortly. It is May 12th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.